Verhulst really didn't have a lot of faith in his team for that fight, and you know, look, for fair reason. It was a really solid opening there from Fnatic, and TSM maybe just hoping to live to fight another day. Grab a couple of placement points. Obviously for them, these points do still matter.
Meanwhile, look at DarkZero and their cams. Looking completely unfazed, making their way downtown. Holding the south side here. By the empty building though, as they do hold the edge of the circle, you could expect teams like Oxygen and LG to come across them shortly. First though, it's going to be Made in Heaven on the outskirts of this. Oh, the 30-30 shots from Taxington. Finding Chaku and Hierarchy is going to meet them down on the ground. Jumping all the way before finding that last member of 2 Rats, 1 controller. 12 squads left, but Made in Heaven. It's always the timing from these teams exiting out of Harvester to move in perfectly. It's always EA.
Yeah, they're right in the back of them now, Made in Heaven. Things are going so well for them just a second ago, but they have to tuck tail and run here with Elevate right behind them. And this is such a great spot from Elevate to play. Whoever sits essentially up the top of that hill will be very happy going into this final circle. We'll get, in 10 seconds, we'll get another peek of whether it ends, you know, closer to the blast doors that open up into Harvester, or perhaps on the hill with the river and the lava below it.
Usually when we sometimes see it pull over to that north side. Ooh, yeah, it is going to be pulling more so closer to Harvester, but Elevate are in a great position as long as they can take care of Made in Heaven. DZ also going to be playing by the edge. We know that they have no issue taking some of these fights here too, from the squads that have to exit out of Harvester. The action has not stopped. Satsuki here, taking some of that chip damage from the caustic gas, but don't worry, Yuka's right there to give you some suppressed fire on that Prowler. Clean up here on aisle 3. As Satsuki is going to be able to get res. Oh, but here comes the third party.
That's FURIA coming in. Boogie borders not completely removed, but Fnatic might be soon if FURIA can actually finish this off. So sad, Leica was the kill leader there with 6 kills already.
9 total KP here for Fnatic, and Yuka F getting scanned by the Bloodhound. Gonna have to actually just reposition if you want. Oh, I mean, no reposition actually, no opportunity. Sorry, put that medkit away. You are back in the lobby as Fnatic get eliminated. 11 squads left. Oxygen have not moved from that spot, and LG were playing off the low ground here as Made in Heaven. They have the health advantage, but playing this out of the duel for right now. Taxi team does get the knock onto Sweet. MDY White get eliminated in your fees as Arctic gets us scared, but having to back away. Literally one shot, but he's got Taxington right there to help him out.
Taxington, they do take out LG in the end. And everyone else around them, honestly, is way too worried about their position in the zone, I think, to come and deal with Made in Heaven right now. So I am expecting a full reset, but DarkZero on the high ground. Do they want to drop? I'm not sure.
As we reach close to the end of this third game, Made in Heaven very close to Crazy Raccoon in terms of points, as Oxygen now move in right behind DZ. Everyone mind your own business here, as Verhulst, somebody called the Exterminator, he's gonna be waiting on the other side of the rock. Aiden though, in a bit of trouble, not even the knockdown shields to help them out when DarkZero has you in their sights.
TSM still alive as a solo. DarkZero may find them at some point. May find Verhulst just lying around in wait. Made in Heaven, though, are on the other side of the ditch.
Look at the Made in Heaven positioning right now. Made in Heaven making their way into that top 20 spot as they find more KP. 7 total KP for this squad. 8 squads left here, and they've claimed the building that DZ have been evicted from. But that was out of their own choice as they had rotated over to the side. They are getting pressured out by EA, as we noted before, that have been on that high ground since the mid-game here when they made that rotate over by the Harvester side.
I mean, we talked at the start of this about how them and Crazy Raccoon were so close together in points at the start of this series. Potentially they were going to contest each other, but they found a way to give essentially both of them a chance to come through in this series. Now, if they both continue to accrue points, they should be able to get through with still a couple of games left. But for the moment, they are fighting over that 20th spot.
They have to give up that building because it's not in that next circle, but free high ground rotate for DZ as they probably are looking at Made in Heaven in their sights. Elevate still on the height themselves. FURIA in their line of sight as Nasky trying to go for a little play. 07 still being alive too for so long after what we saw go down in Tree. Leave it over to Nasky to get the job done here. 7 squads left.
Made in Heaven, they've been playing down the bottom. You're often just at the mercy of other teams down here. Lots of stalagmites here that you can hide behind to try and dodge these bang ults, but at this point, for Fnatic, it's really just placement points he's after.
I mean, while DC is so busy with Made in Heaven, we see a Braver shot in the distance onto Zero from Crazy Raccoon. Dogma trying to make the miracles happen out here as FURIA hold on to this height. Nasky, knowing the situation, pulling off this ultimate accelerant. We got the rat cam going on.
He's found a whole bunch of ultimate accelerants somewhere. Might actually have another bang ult ink to help him get out of this. But no, looks like Elevate scanned him there. You can see that red outline. He's dodging, ducking, diving. He's still alive. Finally, it's zapped from EA to take him out. Now, it's Elevate. They're on the high ground. So are DarkZero. You've got Made in Heaven down the bottom. Crazy Raccoon, you can see as a duo hiding behind their barrels, just using the caustic. He's basically 2 legends when you're inside a building. And then you've got FURIA on top of Harvester. That's how we're sitting right now with our last 5 squads.
These rats keep getting away. Made in Heaven is still alive, but FURIA know exactly where he is. Fnatic taking a page out of the Nasky book for dropping down. But look who's right behind him, DarkZero.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. I'm pretty sure they were up the top, so as far as I can tell, they have deliberately made that choice to play underneath.
Crazy Raccoon is 2 points away from making it into the top 20 right now, and they're playing this out as a duo. Gonna have to take some circle damage before making their next move, but look at all those nades. I mean, he just barely got that Nox grenade out. Crazy Raccoon eliminated as FURIA move in.
So they don't get the extra points. Meanwhile, Made in Heaven is still accruing placement points at this instance. FURIA, they drop off the roof and get decimated by a combination of EA and DarkZero.
Fnatic still alive with the top 3 spots left. Make it 2 with Elevate Gaming versus DarkZero.
Okay, Elevate, very much on the height right now. But they're trying to desperately get rid of these evac towers because they don't want DarkZero to be able to get back up. The climb is basically impossible, but they waste too many bullets on the first one. Is the care package weapon enough? I don't think so.
Absolutely not. Back to back. Elevate is here to stay. No threat of the evac tower with DC moving in at a disadvantage, looking at their position.